There's a breaking news that's coming in at this point. India-Canada diplomatic tensions have escalated. In fact, the relations between the two countries have completely nosedived. India expelled 6 Canadian diplomats. India asked Canadian diplomats to leave the country by October 19th. Earlier, India withdrew its High Commissioner from Canada. That's the information that we have at this point. All of this is happening even as India has expressed their disbelief or lack of faith in the Canadian government. And this, of course, comes after Canada went on to name Indian High Commissioner in Canada as well as other envoys or diplomats as persons of interest in the killer of terrorist Nijjar, of course, designated as terrorist by India. Let's listen in to what the now sacked diplomat or Canadian envoy had to say earlier.
Canada has provided credible, irrefutable evidence of ties between agents of the government of India and a murder of a Canadian citizen on Canadian soil. Now it is time for India to live up to what it said it would do and look into those allegations. It is in the interest of both our countries and the peoples of our countries to get to the bottom of this. Canada stands ready to cooperate with India.
Well, I'm being joined by my colleague Rishabh at this point. Good evening, Rishabh. Rishabh, what is the latest in what seems to be escalation of the situation and the nosediving of the bilaterals between India as well as Canada?
Well, the way it is unfolding right now, the latest could be, an old news within a minute right now. Every minute in the last 6 hours, there has been a new revelation between India and Canada that has come out. First, there was a very brutal statement that came in from Indian External Affairs Ministry where they said that Canada is doing everything because it's politically motivated and Justin Trudeau is just targeting a vote bank in Canada. Then came a summons for the Charge d'Affaires to former Charge d'Affaires for that matter, Stuart Wheeler, who was called in for 30 minutes. He was inside the South Block. When he came out, he said that Canada has given credible and irrefutable evidence to India. Within 10 seconds, a statement came in from External Affairs Ministry that India has withdrawn its High Commissioner and 5 other diplomats from Ottawa. Few minutes later, the news report came in from Canada that Canada has expelled them and not India has not withdrawn it. India still stands that we have withdrawn it. Canada cannot expel us. Then came a news that there will be a press conference. RCMP holds a press conference where they say that they have credible evidence and link the killing of Hardeep Singh Nijjar to Bishnoi gang as well. Bishnoi gang is anyway in news in India for Baba Siddiqui murder case. Apart from that, the next news came in that India has now expelled 6 diplomats, including the Charge d'Affaires, the senior-most Canadian envoy, and have asked them to leave the country immediately. So here, when we are talking, a day that began with a rebuttal from External Affairs Ministry ends at a collapse of diplomatic ties between India and Canada, where all the senior diplomats from both the countries will be returning to their respective countries any time now. So a day that will be remembered in history as a day when India and Canada almost severed their diplomatic ties and has degraded the level of diplomatic engagement with each other.